Yeah, Roger, if you sit down too long, you might take up root, or you might be pushing up roots, whichever happens to come first, Roger.
So we're going that is really the fall. Either or if you will.
Yeah, Roger, okay, well, first person is Randall, Romeo, Alpha, November, Delta, Alpha, Lima, Lima. I'm originally from Springfield, Illinois, moved out here to California, I'd say now on about 55 years ago, and northern Cal, I keep moving further south. My next move is going to be somewhere off of New Zealand or Australia, Roger. It's a sailboat. I can run about 700 to 800 miles on the fuel tank under motor power. But hey, why buy fuel when the wind is still free, Roger? Hey, if you have to swim across, no big deal. You only use the top 4 feet. Everything else under you is worthless. You don't need it at all. Yeah, there's a lot of people that kind of see things that way. The way I look at it is I really don't have much use for dry land. And you know how the world's turning and all that, especially in this country. There's a lot of people out there that got no use for also. This is kind of what you call freedom. Fine evening, well, I guess it's late evening for you right now. But hey, have a good one out there. Fair wind and some seas there from the sailboat to Canada's Wing and her crew. 29455, Maritime Mobile, California, clear.
About that 2955 California sailboat, 2LV412 Chicago.
Chicago, much north to where I came from, Springfield, Roger.
Yeah, 2955. Say again, Operator Scott here returning. Sierra Charlie Oscar Tango Tango, about 25 miles northwest of Chicago, Lake Michigan there, over.
Roger, well, we're 50-some miles inland. It's an inland seaport to San Francisco Bay. We're in the front right now. Called Stop Amateur Radio. I'm operating off of halfway dipole, Homeville. Got them two-faced. They're hanging in the mast of the sailboat. We're going to somewhat north. One of them going to somewhat south. And we're just spinning the signal out in a wide beam, Roger.
Hey, roger that. Yeah, sorry I didn't get the personal. Yes, it's doing a great job for you. Yeah, other stations, stand by please, frequencies in use. Yeah, 2955, 2LV412 returning, Operator Scott. And yeah, I too am using a dipole configuration. It's a double bazooka dipole that I build. And yeah, man, I couldn't believe the signal. I'm wondering what kind of a radio you're operating there, how many watts, because man, the modulation is really, really good. Over.
The radio that I run, the rig itself is a Galaxy DX2547. It's hopped up on the inside. I did a few little tweaks, peaks, and game playing inside the transmitter. I run no other power than what the radio puts out. AM side, the radio dead keys 12 on AM and modulates well over 20 on AM. And the needle goes buck wild and I put it over on sideband. If I did my math correctly, it's my understanding that just the transmitter alone is putting out about 80 watts. The home-built antennas, they're half wave. They're hanging horizontal lines to each antenna. One of the T's that you can buy for co-phasing is screwed into the back of the transmitter. One antenna's hooked to one side, the other antenna's hooked to the other side. I've got guidelines on them so that I can somewhat aim them. And I've got one aimed kind of north by northeast and one south by southeast. And like I said, I'm probably getting about 80 watts plus. Roger?
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Well, yeah, it's doing a great job. I got you 5x9, 5x9. I don't know if it makes much of a difference there. I'm running flat side now. I'm going to flip over to the IMAX. I got a IMAX 2000 at about 55 feet. And the double Spooky Bazooka is up only about 18 feet at the moment here. I'll switch over 1, 2, 3. And yeah, I'm hitting you now with the vertical IMAX. Over.
Okay, the IMAX dropped off from, let's see, what did I have? I had a 5.7 swing, and with your other antenna, I had a 6.8 or thereabouts, Roger.
Hey, roger that. Yeah, back over on the Bazooka. Yeah, I just love these antennas. They're very versatile and stealthy and easy to deploy there. I actually have a couple orders I'm building, one going to Spain, Madrid, and the other one is going over to Chile, Santiago, Chile there, Roger?
Okay, well, to kind of give you an idea what I did on the antennas, I don't know if you're familiar with the Marine VHF big ball whip antennas. They're fiberglass tubes with, a dipole of a sort inside of it. I had several of them around the Marine here where I live and work, and they were garbage. I saved the tubes and another piece of fiberglass tubing. The way it worked out, I took 2 pieces of copper wire, 102 inches in length, about 6 inches back, or actually 7 inches back. I tinned the copper wire so that it was stiff, multi-strand. I measured back 6 inches, slid a piece of copper tubing 1 inch down on one of them and soldered it in. The leftover piece that I cut out, I slide in and out of the copper tubing for tuning the antenna, like the tunable whip antennas for mobiles. I can tune each side. Add another piece into it, go from 11 meter to 15, and so on up, and just keep making the antenna bigger and bigger. If you follow where I'm going with all of that, that's basically what I'm running for an antenna.
Hey, roger that, 2955. Yeah, sounds like you got it down there so you can cover other bands as well. Yeah, I too have thought of designing something like that where they could get more bands with it. But this particular dipole, the Bazooka, guys are hitting it 10 meters and 11 meters, 20 meters. I also found, I don't know if you're picking up any digital TV, but with my antenna I also get excellent digital receive there, Roger?
I never thought about doing that. Put a junction box in where I can switch from one to the other, go from the radio back over to the TV set and all that. I might just get that a whirl, because living on a sailboat, TV reception is kind of hard to do. Especially with a new digital, you have to be within X distance of the transmitter to get a clean signal. And with the boat bouncing and whipping all over the place like it does due to tidal change and wind, the TV kind of winks in and out from time to time.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I got about 70 channels here in the Chicago area. You know, some of the signals are from the south side and into Indiana, so yeah, it was very impressive. So yeah, it'd be worth checking out. If it doesn't work, I know it works better on my double bazooka, my double Spooky Bazooka that I build, than the triple, the Trizooka. That's a 3-legged double bazooka there, Roger.
Yeah, I'll have to do a little bit of looking into it, see what's going on. Maybe I might get a little bit better TV reception and pick up a few extra channels, because I'm working on one of those inside-outside flat mount antennas for the TV set here on the sailboat. I got it hanging on the dock outside, kind of get it up high enough where I get a good clean signal from most of the stations. It's probably 40, 45 miles away where the main transmitter antennas are located, and I go from there.
Hey, roger that. Well, I hope you guys are eating good on the sailboat. I imagine you get fare from all over the place there. Just sail out to another dock. But yeah, I'm curious on the microphone you're running and how you waterproof your connection points there to your antennas. Over.
Repeat one more time. Another station doubles with you.
Yeah, I was wondering what kind of microphone you're running, and then how do you waterproof? How are you waterproofing your connection points there? Over.
Okay, the mic I'm operating off of is the mic that came with the radio. Like I said, it's a Galaxy DX2547. All original mic, all original video. The only thing that's been done, took the top off of it, went inside and did a little tweak and peak here and there in a few different locations. There's some coils in there that generate extra heat. I opened the coils up a little bit to get better airflow so that cuts the heat down. As far as the antenna is concerned, coax goes out to the top of the boat and attaches. All right, well, I made the connection for the feed line. You know, the chassis connectors where your coax screws into the back of your radio, a little square block for either rivet or screw. Screw the coax in and it's soldered up on the inside. I used two of those. One leg center out. The other one where one of the screw holes for holding it all down soldered into it goes the other way. And then everything is all inside the fiberglass tube. And then one larger tube that supports both of them. And all they are is this little donuts that I made out of plywood. Set them where I wanted them with tape. Slid those inside the bigger tube and drilled a hole. And that foam insulation that's used for doing repair on walls and so on filled the hole full. Works like a good filler and a good glue all at the same time. A few drain holes in the right place to make sure no water builds up inside the antenna. Come back.
Hey, roger that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, the stock mic works great. Yeah, you definitely don't need a power mic. Well, did you say what kind of foam do you use? Are you talking about that sealer, I think, for cracks in that, like in doorways? Over?
Yeah, it's what you find at like a Home Depot when you get home from the store. Aerosol canister, got the long tube on the end of it. You just stick it in the hole and pull the trigger. It squirts out, and all of a sudden it starts to foam up. That kind of stuff, Roger. The antenna, probably one antenna only, weighs in at about 2.5 pounds total weight. It's attached to a little piece of rope around the backstay of the boat, and the line that hauls the sail up and down hauls it up. It goes roughly a quarter wave up, and it draws the second antenna up. And this got a feed line hooked up to it the same manner.
Hey, roger that. Well, you know, I use PVC sometimes. I've used those in a few setups. PVC, and I haven't tried using that stuff because when you go to use it, it's like one-time use because you never can get it unclogged. But I often wondered if it would firm up a half-inch PVC and make it a little more less flexible there, Roger.
Central Cal, Mobile.
Yeah, hold on, Central Cal, Mobile, 2LB412, returning to 2955, over.
Yes, sir.
I dropped all out.
Hey, get him in there, 209. 61 Northern 333, Central Cal. Mobile, stand by. Alright, there's a little bit more high-end to it.
Yeah, well, maybe 2955 lost battery power or something there. I know he's on a sailboat out there off of San Francisco, so I'll get on the side here. Thank you, other stations, for standing by. This is 2 Lima Victor 412, Chicago, Illinois, reading them out.
1, 2, 3.
2955 2LV 412 returning. My apologies there. I had a long delay there, and I thought I lost you, so I turned on my Roger beep, but I see it switched channels on me there. It's inherent in the 2950 model, and I'm running the microphones of Charlie Romeo 577. Do you have me back in there, bud? Over. Yeah, 2955 412 returning. Oops.